And parents, I need you guys to understand something, right? There is no Ministry of Education policy that states that a teacher has to make a WhatsApp group for the class. That's number one. Number two, there's no Ministry of Education policy that states that a teacher has to give out his or her personal number to parents. There is no Ministry of Education policy that states that. The only reason that that group thing became so popular is because of Corona and the fact that everything had to be done online. That's the only reason. You cannot be upset with a person if they do not want to give you their personal number. Right? Long time, if you had to get in contact with a teacher, you had to go to the school, not pick up your phone whenever you feel that it is right, and make contact with that teacher at any hour. Some of y'all are disrespectful, calling teacher till don't know what o'clock at night and I'll start the story. Or you vex if you happen to have one teacher's number and make contact with them and ask them for another teacher's number. Whether or not, listen, it doesn't matter if you're talking about teachers or whatever. You cannot be upset with somebody if you call them and ask them for someone else's number and they say, I cannot give you the number. I don't know if that person wants you to have their number. And that aspect of it has nothing to do with me and work. If somebody calls me and asks me for somebody else's number, I'm not going to give it to them. I'm going to make contact with that person first and say, hey, John wanna know if he could get your number. Should I give John your number? If the person says yes, then I'm going to forward their number to John. If the person says no, I'm not going to give John the person's number. No. Anyway, so parent calls me, gets my number from a WhatsApp group, and calls me to say apparently there was some issue with their child. I don't know anything about the issue. Miss You's not the class teacher. No, I'm not the class teacher. Miss You can give me the class teacher number. I cannot give you the class teacher's number. Miss, so you's not such a child class. I said, no, I'm not the child's class teacher. Isn't the child in a WhatsApp group? As a parent, I said, listen to me. I cannot give you the teacher's number. If there is the parent is to take Jesus Christ out of the thoughts and raise the voice on me and my phone. I said, hello, parent, don't raise your voice at me. Don't do that. If your child is in a class group, you can send a message, clicks the person, hang up the phone. You hurting me? I don't care. Anyway, 10 minutes later, my phone rings again. And this is why I don't like answering my phone from numbers that are not saved in my phone, especially after I leave school in the afternoon. This is my personal time. If you have an issue or a problem with your child or something like that, what you need to do is to go into school the next day and find out what's going on. Not ringing down teachers' phones. What is it? Teachers got their own life and things what they got to deal with when they leave school in the afternoon. Not sitting down by the phone on the off chance that your child had some issue or whatever the case may be. And the funny thing about it, the child never even complained about whatever the problem was whilst at school. What I want the teachers to do. And this thing was upset me is like something happened in school. The child complain in school, go home and complain. Then the parents want to come ringing the teachers now for eat the teacher's head off, and the teachers don't even know anything about it because the child never complained to the teacher in school. I have X. Anyway, a number call back. I recognize the number from a group. This happens to be the student's older sibling that end up calling to find out is what happened. I said, listen, I do not know anything about it. I don't know anything about it. Your parent called, your parent was extremely disrespectful, yada, 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 so on and so forth. Listen, I don't care. Blah, 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 blah. Right? She was like, yeah, miss, but this happened, so on and so forth, yada, 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 yada. I said, I was trying to explain to your parent that what you can do is send a message to the WhatsApp, the general WhatsApp group, and ask for the class teacher to make contact with you, or whatever the case may be. Explain what would have happened, right? And if the teacher responds, the teacher responds. But if not, at least the teacher would have seen it. But these matters are things that are supposed to be looked at in school, right? It's now whenever you all feel like making contact with the teacher. It doesn't work like that, because even if the teacher decides that they are going to, work something out with you or whatever, guess what? You still have to come into school to work out, to think out the situation or whatever the case may be. You can't handle it on the phone. It doesn't work like that. And depending on like what the situation was, what was the issue or something, sometimes you got to bring in guidance counselors, sometimes the ministry has to be contacted, and all these things. Log entries have to be made. Everything has to be done at school. Y'all ain't privileged. Come on now. And at the end of the day, teachers have a life. When we leave school in the afternoon, some teachers have their own children they have to deal with. Most teachers have a second job they have to go to. Some people need some time just to relax and let go and take care of their own mental health. Not to have you all making contact with them, sending a set of messages and voice notes and ringing down people's phone and a set of crap. I understand there was an issue with your child. Okay, no problem. Encourage your child to complain in school, because if the teacher doesn't know that something happens, how can the teacher deal with it? And then you turn and say how the thing happened in school and the teacher didn't do anything about it. Did your child complain? No. How can the teacher deal with it? We aren't psychics. What is it? Oh God, sometimes I wonder, like, and then you abuse me because I don't want to give you somebody's number. It's not my number to give. An issue happened in school, go to school tomorrow and deal with it. Because when I make contact with the teacher, if the teacher even answer phone, whatever, there's a parent, you'll have to come to school tomorrow, you have to go into the head teacher's office, and we'll have to deal with this situation. The other parent for the other child will have to come in, and you'll have to deal with the situation in school. Make sense? Make sense? Teachers are people too. We have our own lives. And sometimes, not sometimes, every day, when we leave school, we leave everything concerning school behind. Well, some of us, most of us, some of us should. Some of y'all, but anyway, that is you, right? So, yeah, come on, man, y'all do better. And I think there's another reason why there are a lot of children today are the way they are, because of the way the parents are. But that's another story.